Now you say you're lonely. You cried the whole night through. Well, you can cry me a river. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you.
I'm happy to be speaking with Emmett O'Hanlon, and Emmett will be coming to Colorado Springs December 12th to the Black Box Theater, 1367 Pecan Street, to perform a holiday show. Emmett is with Celtic Thunder, but he's touring solo this time, but will be singing Broadway hits, popular music, Irish songs, and, of course, music for the holidays. Emmett, thank you so much for taking time to speak to me.
Keith, thank you for having me.
When folks come to the show on December 12th, what are they going to see and hear?
Well, it's definitely a fun family show. It's kind of some of the hits that some of the fans got to hear me sing on the last holiday tour that Celtic Thunder did, and it was kind of one of them specifically was "Oh Holy Night" that kind of went off with a bang at each show. So I'm definitely excited to bring that back and have the fans be able to hear that. It's my first time in Colorado Springs, and all the guys speak very highly of it, and I really can't wait to get there. It's me and my fellow musician that's traveling with me. His name's Lachlan Glenn. We're actually about to start one of our rehearsals for some of the future shows that we're doing in December. But the fans can actually can see some more of this information and get tickets at EmmettO'Hanlon.com. Yeah, as you said, it's a show starts at 7, and except if you have a meet and greet ticket, which is where the fans can get to meet me before the show and take some photos and get a few things autographed and kind of get so there's a bit of a Q&A, so they get to know me a little more and have a bit of fun.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that. Your website, EmmettO'Hanlon.com. You can get tickets at that website, also at blackboxdrama.com, which is the website for Black Box Theater. And the concert starts at 7 p.m., but if folks buy a special ticket for the meet and greet starting at 6, well, they show up at 6 and they can meet you and before the performance. Yeah,
it's interesting because we do a bit of a Q&A, and you get some funny questions sometimes, and it gets personal. It gets personal, so they really get to know me, I'd say, fairly deeply.
So now this is a part of a tour that's going on for the holidays that you're doing solo, and how many cities are on the tour this time around?
Now that you mention, it's a fairly limited tour.
Okay.
We're kind of testing the waters for next year to do a bigger Christmas tour or rather bigger holiday tour with a possible holiday CD. So all the shows altogether they come out to about 6 shows. So, and Colorado is actually the 4th show of the tour.
So you are lead singer with Celtic Thunder right now?
I'm one of the lead singers. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I actually was. I'm trained as an opera singer, and I actually was also just invited to join the Ryan Opera Center at Chicago Lyric Opera in Chicago.
Oh, great! You're a baritone.
Yes. Yeah, I am.
So how long have you been with Celtic Thunder?
Well, I've been with Celtic Thunder for about a year, which is great, just over a year, which is great because it's given me a chance to kind of get a fan base and get to know the fans enough to do a solo tour, which is, this is actually the second solo tour I'm doing. My first one was in August, and that was a bit more extensive. It was about 18 shows, and that was with my musical director, David Monroe, and it really went well. It went off with a bang. The fans were fantastic, and they really came out and showed support. And I'm really excited to get out there again and see some fans that I already know and meet some fans I haven't met yet. So,
well, tell me this: what is your favorite type of music?
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot. It's hard. It's hard because I grew up with this kind of hodgepodge of genres being played in my house. When I was really young, the music that was being played was anything from classical to, Frank Sinatra, Andy Williams, Ella Fitzgerald. So, I think I was the only third grader who thought that Andy Williams was like a modern artist and was like still coming out with songs and stuff.
You grew up with some great music.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said you grew up with some great music.
I did. No, I'm very lucky. Yeah, I was a bit out of touch with kind of the actual popular music of the time, but I think it worked out, especially with my singing, because I bring my shows kind of consist of everything from some Irish folk songs to, as I said, Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, Andy Williams, to Broadway, and as you said, of course, we're going to be doing some of the Christmas classics.
Emmett, how long have you been singing? I would assume since childhood, but when did they find out you had the voice, you know?
Me and actually I have an older brother and a younger sister. All three of us were in church choirs, actually, when we were younger. And we kind of stumbled onto this voice teacher who was just fantastic. He's a teacher in New York named Terrence Goff, and he just kind of pointed us in the right direction, you know, vocally and otherwise. And it just, one thing led to another, and it came time to decide what college I wanted to go to, and I figured I should do some auditions. And so I did, and it worked out really nicely.
Great. And you actually went to Juilliard, one of the many.
I did, yeah. I got my master's degree there, yeah.
I've been speaking to baritone Emmett O'Hanlon. He is one of the lead singers of Celtic Thunder. He is doing a solo tour, and he's coming to Colorado Springs December 12th. The meet and greet at 6 p.m., the concert itself at 7 p.m. at Black Box Theater, 1367 Pecan Street. More information at emmetohanlon.com or blackboxdrama.com. Information on both of those websites. Emmett, thank you so much.
But thank you very much, Keith. Thanks for having me.
Until you come.